Hey, this is Lisa sharing life stories with you, beautiful people. How you guys doing? I'm finally off work. I look like shit. I got up real early today because my husband actually worked at my job to fill in. And so I had to get up at 6 to get him up and somebody that I know, their car broke down, so I had to go drive all the way Mount Clemens today and take them to the doctors and take them all the way back. But that's okay. They're good people. And my husband's actually going to go over there and see if he can help them with their car when he gets off work. He don't feel like it because he's sick. He drank so much pop. He's been drinking so much pop. I looked at him the other day and I go, you don't look right no more. You look like, I didn't even want to tell him, he looked like death. He looked really bad. I go, you have how you say that word? Malnourished. I'm not saying it right, whatever. I don't even care. But he's done so much damage to his body that by drinking pop with caffeine, he's nuts. That I don't want to hold this wrong, but it's my hand can only hold shit so long when you get old. So I need maybe get more selfie sticks. I think I've got maybe one or two upstairs. I gotta look. Anyways, he's got himself to the point where he can't even eat food no more. So I'm trying to nurse him back to health. Nothing but water and juice. Water though. And he bought protein shakes, which was smart. At the store, he has no protein, nothing in his body. I go, how do you think your body can survive and work as hard as you do on cars and shit if you got nothing in your body to keep you going? What are you doing, So I made him 10 scrambled eggs, 12, 13 scrambled eggs when I came home yesterday. He ate pretty much all, but remember now, that's all he ate all day. But that's a really good source of protein. He has neglected his body for so long. He's in a state. He's going to have to heal his stomach. I go, this is going to be months before your stomach's healed. I go, anybody that gets heartburn from eating scrambled eggs really burned their gut out. He's burned his gut out. No food, just Dr. Pepper for months and months, all last summer, months and months, and it burned him. He keeps taking more medicine to try. You just can't keep doing that, Oh, he makes me insane, you guys. But I got inspired to come on here and say hello because I watched Amy frickin' Frugal. I love that woman, how she's saying she's going to do her house. Oh, and then I kind of want to tell you guys, she was wondering. I watched another one of her videos, this round ottoman. I hope they take that. That's nice if it's not damaged. It's like a brown color, cocoa color. She was saying something about how do you make your lungs stronger? And I'm going to tell you guys, I've been in too many hospitals and too much shit with my mom and dad. And to keep my dad alive for years, I walked through fire. And like I said, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. And a lot of people don't realize this. When my dad was actively dying, he told my cousin, I wish she would just let me go, meaning me. And that made me feel bad because he's ready to go and I'm forcing him to stay here. I did anything and everything. Like the doctors praise me. They go, you're the reason your dad's alive. And I knew that. I didn't need them to tell me that. I knew that. I wouldn't let him listen to them. They wanted to give him more tests. And I go, from now on, no, 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 no more blood thinner, no more your tests, no more your bullshit. He can only have aspirins, his heart medicine, some pain medicine, and that's about all. Because you people fucked up his blood with Coumadin. He got a blood disease from fucking Coumadin. Excuse my language. And it helps. Yeah, it keeps a lot of people are real easy to get blood clots. And I understand all that. But aspirins can do a lot. And there's not as much side effects like aspirins as there is with something like Coumadin or warfarin, which is Coumadin generic. Anyways, what she was saying, something like, how do you build your lungs up? Anybody's been to a hospital and knows that machine. It's like a plastic, it's not even a machine, it's a plastic gadget they give you. And it's got a hose coming from it. And it's got a ball in there, right? That is the best way to exercise and build up your lungs. Best way, hands down. So Amy, if you happen to see this, anybody from her channel, tell her to watch this so she can hear about that. That's a way to make your lungs strong. And actually, because I know, because when my mom was alive, they told my dad to do that when he came from the hospital many a times. And I'm watching Amy now. Look how big Neve is. She's being funny. And she's showing all the stuff I got. I want to watch more of it. I watched her videos 5,000 times, each one of them. That's why I end up remembering everything. But what else I want to tell you guys in this video? I always think we need to pass on what little knowledge we have. I don't have a lot to give everybody. But yeah, I had a funny story the other day about my grandfather and my dad. That was good. Oh, and I got another one in a way. Oh, I got a better one in a way. Wait, I remember this. I wasn't old enough to be really, like, remember this. I was real little when this happened. I'm getting off subject, but I'm going to tell you guys this while it shoots in my head. I love to hear people's family stories. So if people could come on here and tell me your family stories of how someone almost died, something was funny, something was goofy, something was scary. I know I got ripped off when my dad died. Let's put it this way. My dad was an MP in the Army. My dad was nobody to fuck with. My dad was a big, badass, cool-ass, good man. Good man. He had a sword. I'm holding this stupid phone. I don't know. Big, black-ass, big sword, right? I know I got ripped. I sold it for $50 when he passed away. I know that probably was worth hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands. I don't know. I know I sold a funeral director, and he was a good guy. He goes, I loved your dad so much. Your dad was the nicest, funniest, good man. He goes, I would have buried your father for free because I couldn't find my dad's prudential policy. I panicked when he passed away, and I hated being in the funeral home. All my relatives went through the funeral home at 13 and Hoover, Tomorowski's, okay? But what was weird when I went there, it was kind of cool in a way I didn't like, because my dad's probably in the next room. And he told me, yeah, we remember your family from Detroit, from the old place. I go, I never knew that. All the Hadellas were there. My maiden name's Hadella. And everybody thinks that's Arabic or Italian. No, I'm Polish. Somebody down, and I'm English too. Somebody down the line changed my last name when they came over on the boat, my dad's side. It was like Hadelawinski or some shit before, and they shortened it to make it sound better or something when they came here. My mother's maiden name is Hildreth. I'm English as hell. Come from Wales, and my grandfather from Dresden, Ontario. My grandfather's name was Maxwell Edgar Hildreth. Beautiful name. Beautiful name. Proud of that name. Love that name. Maxwell Edgar Hildreth. I love my grandpa's name. And I think it's very distinguished. My uncle Charlie, Charles Hildreth. I forget what his... Charles Ronald Hildreth. And there was Uncle Ron. He built some kind of a business. My Uncle Ron, it would have been my great uncle. He was famous for some kind of business, some kind of electronic business in Detroit, and I think in Canada somewhere. I don't know. And then we got some kind of David or something, Hildreth, that's actually an actor. And my aunt looked him up. It was her cousin, her and my mom's cousin. Because my mom and my aunt, they're the only two. My dad came from 6 kids, and my dad was a baby, and my mom was a baby, and they both passed before everybody. That's crazy. But anyways, and my Aunt Dolores was oldest. She passed first, and then my dad. Makes no sense. The baby went, and the oldest went. And they used to call my dad Ginia. That means baby in Polish. What was I going to tell? I'm losing the whole damn story. So anyways, I guess my dad and my uncle Mike. And my uncle Mike and they were my godmother and my godfather. My uncle Mike and my Aunt Lillian. I loved her. She was like my best friend. They were twins, right? So twins ran on my dad's side. And my Uncle Mike always liked to fuck around with my dad and play tricks and shit on my dad. My dad was like very smart. Very smart man. Very smart. And I guess somehow my dad was downstairs in my house one day, right? And my Uncle Mike snuck downstairs and was going to scare my dad and play a joke on him. My dad freaked out. He knew somebody was downstairs. He got that sword out and he went. And as he was going like that, he seen his brother's eyes. My Uncle Mike's eyes. And he had the sword right almost to his throat. Was going to cut his head off. Oh my God, wouldn't have that been horrible to kill your own brother? My dad said my uncle shit his fucking pants. Oh, I'm swearing. Because can you imagine killing your own brother? Because, yeah, I mean, he thought it was a killer in the basement. Anybody, you're going to trap somebody in their own basement. My thing is, when I was a little kid, my dad always worked nights. And I always felt like I had to protect my mom and shit. My dog Ashley went downstairs once and wouldn't stop barking. I go, I'm going to fucking face this killer. I'm not letting him come up and getting me and my mom. Fuck that. After a while, you can only take so much. And I was getting ready to go downstairs, but my dog was barking. There was nobody even there. My dog was barking because he wanted us to go downstairs. I could have killed him. But we almost had a stroke. I threw pokers downstairs. Oh, my God. I went downstairs with a poker, a real heavy-duty one from the fireplace. My mom had the gun loaded. Oh, yeah. I didn't know how to shoot a gun then. Now, I'll fucking blow your ass away, you break in my house. You're done. You're fucking done. Excuse my language. But, yeah, that was the story. My dad almost killed my brother. And I always, to this day, see my dad telling the story with the knife. I mean, a big, badass knife going like this and just seeing your brother's eyes right here. And with that, and to know to stop, you know? You know, in the fit, like, you don't know it's your brother and you're scared. Oh, my God, yeah. But that's a story. So I would like you beautiful people. I'm watching Amy with those pretty snowmans. I love those. All those snowmans they threw out. I hope she keeps them. Those are those good ones. They got the cellular, can't even say, part on there. And it lights up. Oh my God. Those are going to be so pretty in her yard. Well, anyways, please tell me your family stories and stuff, or scary stories. Like my cousin, she would say when they would go down south in Kentucky, where that big storm was that wiped out Mayfield, Kentucky, that's where my Uncle Philip was from. And that just makes me so sad. So many people died and stuff. That's where his family, he grew up his whole life there. And they would go down there, and my cousins say they would tell such ghost stories. They would get each other so scared and stuff, and just has stories to tell. Oh, man, I don't know, something. I gotta ask my aunt about something about a ghost being in one of their houses down there, and they seen them, and it was their aunt or something. It was a good one, though, And I can kind of remember it. Now I got to call my aunt to ask her that to tell you guys. But what about stories and stuff that's happened in your family? Tell me about that. Amy's going to redo her house. And she's so right in the new year. Even if you do stuff little, you don't have to have a lot of money. Long as it aesthetically is pleasing, it's painted, it's clean. Paint can go a long way with redecorating. Paint really can. Meaning that stuff's painted really good and it's a great color and it fits with everything you have in that room. That's why I love stuff. See, I come from people, like I was mentioning, Amy, like my mother and my aunt. My aunt's house was in a magazine. I grew up with primitive antiques my whole life. Like my dad built, I got a hutch in here I need to show you guys. Like this same hutch would have been $30,000 my mom wanted. Can't afford that, so my dad built a replica of this same hutch. I'm going to turn this around. Our house is a mess. My husband's got pretzels and stupid shit, but I'm just going to kind of just show you guys the hutch real quick. Amy's on TV, but can you guys see that hutch at all? My dad built that by hand, and he came home at work at night. 3 or 4 nights he had it all built and stained and finished. It's so beautiful. I will keep that my whole life. It's a mess, so I got to get all half that shit off on there. And I got a million candles from my... I'm sorry, I got my hand in front. Million candles from Bath and Body Works for my friend, which I love. I need to start burning them. Can't burn them when I'm at work. But, yeah. And I was watching a handle Amy had. It was really nice. Like a drawer handle. Beautiful. But please come on here and tell me about stories, your family, scary, funny, somebody almost died, somebody saved somebody's life. I know that my husband, I don't know the whole story. His sisters would be horrible to him. And one time he just had enough of his one older sister. He cracked her in the head with a golf club. Oh my God. Yeah. And I don't know what happened to him. I'm going to find that story out. I'm going to, now try to see what other stories I can tell you guys. And I know one thing that was a good short story, that my grandpa always lived next door to his best friend on the lake, Bill Cedar. They were such good people, right? And him and my grandpa got in a fight over something stupid, and my dad couldn't take it no more. It was never the same out there. Everybody wasn't talking. It just was sad. My dad got them one day when we went over there one Sunday and got them to be friends again, and they made peace. And it was so good after that, because they were such good friends. And to fight over stupid stuff, life is too short. Now they're all dead and gone. That's not important, like me and my best friend, Donna Benahajali, fought before she went up north to live up there permanently, and I didn't know she was going. She didn't tell me or nothing, and she left on mad terms, and I didn't find out, you guys. She died till she moved away, and I called her brother-in-law. They own a car shop up there. They own an actual car shop called Dick's Auto in Saginaw or something like that, and Alpena is where she's from. And I remember a couple years ago he told me she passed away, and that just killed me. I was crying so hard on the phone, I didn't know what to do. That just killed me. I loved Donna. Donna was my friend, and I'll never forget Donna, ever in my life. And I hope she knows it. And yeah, so I'm going to have some other good stories to tell you guys. I would love to hear about yours. Come on here. Join my channel. Big, better things to come. Can't give you guys much when I'm working on the weekends. But during the week, I'm going to take you to stores. I'm going to do grocery hauls, this, that, whatever. And stories like that. Other stories. I got more I'm going to find to give you. But I want to hear yours. So join my channel. Subscribe. Let's see what we can come up with to tell people a little bit about our lives. What makes us interesting, right? God bless you all. Lisa sharing life stories with you. I want to hear from you guys, okay? All right. Have a great day. Bye.